This video is about setting up a discussion board for your class, which enables class members to share questions or pose questions to the class or to you, and all users can see the answers and the feedback to those questions. This is useful because students can access it out of class time. You can also assign a grade to the amount that they contribute to their discussion board, and you can monitor how engaged the students are with your course. So pick a course that you'd like to create a discussion board for. Now there's two ways that you can create a discussion board. One way is to go through clicking discussions up here, but I'm going to show you a quicker way and a simpler way of creating a discussion board, and that's to go straight to the Edit Course, Course Builder, and to scroll down to Create Objects here and Discussion. And I want to make a discussion for Area Study 1, so I'm going to add that in here. Now I'm prompted again with a prompt to ask for information. So I need to create a new forum because I haven't created a psychology discussion board before, and I certainly haven't created a Unit 2 one. So I'm going to say a new forum called Unit 2 Psychology Forum and click Save. The title is actually the question or the thing I guess you want to the point that you want to pose to your class. So a question that I might ask my Unit 2 Psychology forum, that I'm going to put in Area Study 1 here under Social Psychology, would be, what attitude do you have that is hard to change? Now, there's a few simple options here. You can decide to make this a graded item, and we'll talk about graded items a bit later. But when we set graded items, this is one way that you can begin to do it, which means that it will be worth something towards their perhaps their semester report. The other thing that you can do is you can restrict the access to this discussion. So you might want to change what time that discussion starts at. So you could have a start date of, say, maybe I'm going to start on Monday. So that discussion option won't even be available, or I can click now, until I am ready for it to be available, and I can have an end date. So I can say, well, you have to have written on our discussion board within next week, otherwise you won't get the mark. There are two other options here. You can allow anonymous messages, which means that you won't know which student has written the response, and you can also make sure that the messages are approved before they're posted, which you might want to do if you're not sure or the subject is a bit contentious or you think a student might post something inappropriate. Once you're happy with all the information here, I'll make my end date a bit later, I think. Okay, you can click Create. You can see straight away that is now part of my course. So right now I should be able to see this discussion board at my home page, and students should be able to see it. So if I go to Course Home, here it is. What attitude do you have that is hard to change? And so students can click on that and they can compose a response. So Emma's response: I think an attitude I have, chocolate is. Now on this page, as they compose, they can put in a hyperlink, they can put in a picture, so they might have a website that supports what they say. They might want to put in a picture of chocolate, I guess in this case. They can even add a file, so they can post like a piece of writing that they've written, and when they're happy they can click Post. And now you can see that the response is there. In order for you to have automatic subscriptions or automatic notifications for when a student has posted onto this discussion board, we simply scroll across and you must click Subscribe to Topic. And this is just telling me that I'll click subscribe because it's going to send me an email whenever anyone posts their responses to this topic. Other options that I have here are that I can print the discussion board. I can submit some feedback, I can bookmark it or make it really important. I can also go back and edit from here, so I can maybe change the restrictions, so take off the start and the end date, and I can also perhaps send the URL to someone or the link directly to that discussion board to someone.